I would get picked on a lot. I remember bricks being thrown through our window. The whole house was set on fire. I was such a kid and I didn't know what was going on. Looking out my window, I'd just see a crowd of people, but they're all against just a family of 5 or 6. I could never take bullying. I would always just end up fighting back.
Lovely jab, throw a jab.
I just had a lot of built-up anger. I was getting in a lot of trouble at school. I had fights every week.
They can be the toughest guy outside, the toughest guy on the street. Boxing and street fighting is 2 different things. You got to learn the skills, because otherwise you will get hurt.
Move your head side to side. There you
go. You don't know that move, bro.
That's it. Change the angle. Change the angle. Change the angle.
Close range, uppercuts, hooks. Move left, move right, up, down. Everything is disciplined when you come into the boxing gym.
Once you know how to box and once you're able to look after yourself, that's the time that you stop getting in trouble and getting in fights out on the streets.
My ambition this year is for the ABA.
I'm 15 and my ambition is to become a world champion.
That first goal is going to be Southern Area title. Once I achieve that, British, European, who knows?
Today, I'm boxing for my country. And that dream of being the Olympic champion just got extremely close.
I was in prison for 4 years. Don't waste your time doing all that crime outside, because before you go and do that, I've told you what to expect.
Every time we get a kid that walks into the boxing gym, he's got a chip on his shoulder and that, I explain to him, I've been there and I've done it, mate. I always explain to them the outcome of it.
When it's time to go to jail, you're going by yourself. Guys shitting right by your head. And the window's only open this much. So when they hear things like, they're like, so that's a turn off.
1, back, 2, back.
The coaches, they play a big role.
This is your game, Jermaine, this is your fucking life.
Sometimes they play a parenting role, sometimes they play a friendship role, and then sometimes they play a coaching role.
Boxing's an essential element for a lot of the young men that we see out in society, especially the ones who might be struggling a bit, because it creates structure, it creates routine. It's based on a very strict honour code. We often get people saying, you're just teaching people how to fight, and we always say, well, no, people tend to know how to fight. We're teaching them how to control their aggression and control their emotions.
I wasn't doing the right things. I wasn't really in the right sort of crowd. Boxing has humbled me. It's what made me who I am today.
It made me a better person. It's made me a much calmer person.
So when my mum first found out that I was boxing, she was devastated. She came to understand that boxing was changing me in a good way. If anything, keeping me away from the fights that I was getting into every other day.
Kids like his age, they kill each other for knives, they go selling drugs. I don't want Mohammed to end up like that, so I'm very happy what he's doing.
All the youth clubs are shut down. All the police stations are closed. Like, what's going on? Kids are doing nothing, rolling around, hanging around, getting up to no good. They need to give them something to do.
It's a lot better getting hit in the boxing ring than getting stabbed or shot outside. If I weren't in here, I could have been out there doing all sorts of stuff.
Needs to open up all the youth clubs again. Open them all up. Give all these little kids something to do, man.
Being a gangster or selling drugs, you always end up either in prison or end up dead.
Yeah, I wish I could rewind time, you know, and do it all over again and, you know, not mess up, and then maybe I could be a superstar.